Vicky, Marie, and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. Well, there's not much more crazier, unfortunately, than Sebastian Rogers' case, the drama that goes on between the PIs, the parents, etc. And that's not what I'm going to talk about in this video. I'm not going to talk about the drama. I'm going to talk about a way that you can help to look for Sebastian without even leaving your chair, wherever you are in the world, a way that's been pointed out by Steve Fisher, who's one of the private investigators. He's more, if you like, if you want to call it sides, he's more with the Proudfoots, on the Proudfoot side. And he's released on his Twitter a brilliant way that you can really constructively help to find Sebastian. And that's really what we're going to concentrate on in this video. But weirdly enough, hi Angel, weirdly enough, just as I was about to, because this is a bit of an impromptu live. I'm sorry, I know I do these lives impromptu sometimes, but sometimes I just don't know what time I'm going to have to pick up my son, or what's happening with the dogs, etc. And I've been wanting to actually talk about this for a little while, because I know there's a lot of you out there. You're very concerned about Sebastian. We've all become invested in Sebastian's story. We want a happy resolution. Whether we're going to get one or not is another matter. But I think one thing that everyone's got in common, whether they, are more on sort of, I personally am on nobody's side except Sebastian's. But if I were, everyone sort of veers to one side a little bit. I think it's difficult not to, because it's become so tribal. But whoever you believe, whoever you don't believe, I think one thing that we do all have in common is we just want Sebastian to be okay, to be found one way or another, hopefully in a good way. Now, before I start to sort of talk about Sebastian, because then literally just before, as I decided to do this live, some more news came through from At Night Private Intelligence Agency. So I will be talking about that. But just before I do that, there is something I just want to give you a little update. I'll give a full update tomorrow. The missing persons case in Spain that we've been covering of John George. There is a little development. The police, as I say, I don't know the whole story about, what the police are doing, haven't done. I'm not there interpreting. I've offered as an interpreter, but I think they've got an interpreter now. I just hope they're a good one, a reliable one. But apparently the police have been at the apartment where John was last seen. So the police are doing something. I mean, I always knew the police would be doing something. There was no way that they wouldn't be doing anything. But of course, they'll be doing things in their own time, at their own pace, if you like. And anyway, they've been at the apartment today. So when we'll get to find out anything, I don't know. But as far as I know from the searches that have been happening today, John hasn't been found. If tomorrow I get any more news, I'll be giving you that news tomorrow. So just a little update that the police have been there at the apartment. There have been photos of them circulating around social media of the police cordoning off the area. So let's hope that that's some progress one way or another. Okay, so we're going back to Sebastian. So we're going to, first of all, as I say, just a couple of minutes before I was due to come on live, I just decided to come on live. This came through on the Twitter feed of At Night Private Intelligence. Now, At Night Private Intelligence we've looked at them before, they are the private detective agency who want $500,000 before they will even talk to you on the phone. If you've got a case you want them to help with, before you even get a consultation, you have to put up $500,000. And this is the intelligence, that's one way of calling it. This is the detective agency that Nick the Hat and Dog the Bounty Hunter are involved in. Now, this is their latest post, but I just want to add that just a couple of days ago, yesterday, God, I lose track of days in this case, there's so many things happen, most of it drama, nothing to do with finding Sebastian. Nick the Hat, who's taken various people to court apparently for blackening his name and let's not forget that Nick the Hat, he currently is on parole for spreading. He was in prison for spreading misinformation. He can't leave Pennsylvania, I think it is the state that he's in. So he can't go to Tennessee. He can't go. A Dog the Bounty Hunter has not gone there either. I just feel that it's all about publicity. This is not what I think is a genuine, people genuinely trying to find Sebastian. They probably want to find Sebastian, but it's all a grift. It's a complete grift, in my opinion. But anyway, there you go. Who am I? Who knows? But anyway, so Nick the Hat came out on his Twitter or on his YouTube and said he will not be talking about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers anymore. But of course, he's part of this at-night private intelligence. And they have just come out with literally this, about, I think 10 minutes ago, come out with this statement: public update on the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. December the 28th, 2024. Dog the Bounty Hunter at night, along with their partners, remain steadfast in their pursuit of every lead and relentlessly expose all tactics employed to obstruct the investigation into the disappearance of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. So their assertion seems to be that they're being obstructed in their investigation. Sebastian vanished on February the 25th. He didn't. He vanished on the 26th. This is something that finally, other YouTubers have been talking about. I've been saying for so long, on that poster, it says he was last seen on the 26th. It clearly says on the FBI poster he was last seen on the 26th, which has always made me feel that there's a reason that they're not suspicious of Katie, because was Sebastian actually seen outside the house on the 26th? Now, finally, people seem to be picking up on it. I've noticed other YouTubers are picking up on that, but I feel like I've been talking into the wilderness, because people only hear what they want to hear, don't they? People wanting to blame Chris and Katie. I've had a little sort of Twitter spat with Jennifer Coffin Dodger, because she's been awful to Katie over the Christmas period, so accusatory. And she supposedly used to work for the FBI. She supposedly knows that you can't just cast assertions. You have to at least have some evidence that somebody's done something wrong. So anyway, the thing is, what I've learned since I've been doing YouTube is people only hear what they want to hear. You can talk till you're blue in the face, you can give facts, you can give evidence, but people will scream for facts and evidence, but they only want the evidence that suits what they want to think. If they don't want to think that, and they'll challenge it, and then you'll say, well, where's the evidence? And I haven't got any evidence. They don't need evidence. You've got to provide evidence, but they still don't believe you. But they don't need to provide evidence for the rubbish that they're coming out with. But anyway, that's one thing I found on you. There is a bit, do you think it's that people just make their minds up really quickly about things? And then once they made their minds up, there's, that's it. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. what you show them, they'll never change their minds. It's possible, isn't it? You know, I've seen that. We've seen it with this sort of denial and confirmation bias. It's so strong. It's actually quite scary, I think. Anyway, so now they're saying that, oh, hang on. Hello? Right, okay, I'm right in the middle of a live stream. Never mind. Okay, I'll come now. Okay, bye. Bye. Right, there you go. Maybe you noticed that's number one son. I've got to pick him up an hour earlier. So I thought he had an hour and a half and I've got to go now. Oh my God, this is what I mean. My life is not my own. Oh, hi, Jean. So I've got, oh, my life is just not my own. Honest to God, it's hard being a YouTuber when you've got 3 dogs and a son to. It'd be better when he's passed his driving test. I've got to go, people, but I'm going to be back and I will carry on with this. So it only takes me about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. So sorry. Sorry to everybody who's watching at home as well and you lurkers. I will be back to tell you about what's going on and how you, and seriously, if you really want to help looking for Sebastian, I know most of you out there, you care about Sebastian. I will be showing you how Steve Fisher has showed us that we can help. If you've got the time and you've got the patience and you've got a good eye, there is a way that you can actually search for Sebastian online. So I'll see you later. And may your God go with you. Bye.